When I was 5 years old, my mom dropped me off at my uncle's house, and I remember being so little and trusting this man with my life. And he was like, "Let's play hide and go seek." Me and my sister would proceed to like play hide and go seek, but we went to separate rooms. He brought me to his room, which I thought was weird. And I remember him laying me on the bed, and I remember just like, okay, like what's happening? I'm so confused. And I remember like having like little kids tights on with the little dress, and he pulled down my tights and he proceeded to touch me. It was really scary for me. So when I got back home, I told my mom, like, Uncle Eddie wanted to play hide and go seek. You know, he touched me, and I'm confused. She confronted him. Of course, he denied it, said I didn't do that. She's making things up. So going to when I was 10, my grandpa, trusting him, like he's just my favorite person. And when you don't think that somebody's gonna portray you the way they do, especially when it comes, it's hard. Being 10 years old and you have people that you trust and you don't understand like why are they capable of doing this? I remember just being around him all the time, not thinking anything. He put me in a room and he pulled his pants down, showed me his private area. It was like the hardest thing. And I was confused. He's like, "Don't say anything. It's okay. It's okay. You can trust me. You can trust me. It's fine. This is what we do." So being at the age, I'm like, okay, you know, I trust you. You're fine. I got it. And then he touched me off and on for years. I remember being with him for the summer. I got dropped off for him, and I remember just all the time, like every single day, my grandpa would like me, but he would also give me things to keep me quiet, buy me candy, do whatever I wanted. He would, and I didn't understand what was happening. I told on him, and of course, things happen in life. Like, I remember the pain I felt. I was confused. You know, I'm like 10 years old. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Why is this happening to me? Why did it feel so good though? You know, and it's confusing. When you're a kid and something's happening, I feel like it's your instinct to know this is wrong or right. But when you're trusting people, you just know that it's okay. This is what they're telling me to do. They're telling me to be quiet, not to say anything, and they're giving me things. What kid doesn't like things? I was scared to say anything because I don't want to get that person in trouble, or I don't want to make it out like I'm lying. I think it's so hard to just think about it sometimes. But I think the most person that ever betrayed me, it was my dad. You wouldn't think that this person would do that. You wouldn't think that they were capable of doing that. I feel like I wanted to tell, but I feel like I was scared at the same time, like I was gonna get in trouble. It's like when you walk in a store and you steal something and you don't know what's gonna happen. If you get caught, you get that, it's a scarcity, you're protecting yourself. And our instinct, our body is to protect ourselves. And it's like, do you say something? Or do you betray the person that you love and get them in trouble and you don't know what's going to happen? It's very scary. It's hard. There was a point where, of course, I said, like, I don't want to go over there. I don't want to go over there. Like, this is happening. Of course, question was asked, but what do I say? I didn't understand it at this age. Knowing now the things I know about him, this is his motive. He did this to his own daughter. He raped his daughter. And she would tell, but nobody would believe her. He knew exactly who to pick, why to pick, and he me. And I think that's a hard thing to swallow. When I was 13, my dad always, he was, I watched him beat my mom. I watched him scream, shout, like it was worse. The day I came home from school, I feel like everything changed for me. I remember him calling me in like the washing machine, and he was like, "Come here, I want to talk to you." So of course, he's my dad. I trust him. Like, I trust this man with my heart. He kissed me. Like, you kiss your kid, but you don't kiss him the way he kissed me. So I didn't understand what was happening. When you grow up and your body gets used to the things that are happening to you. I didn't ever think that my dad would do anything to hurt me. I thought he was the knight in shining armor. I thought he was my best friend. And then all turned down from there. I pushed him away and I said, "You can't kiss me like that." He's like, "It's okay. It's normal to do that." And of course, like, I was going through that moment where my parents split up. They're getting divorced. If I told, no one would believe me. I remember one night he called me in the room and he said he wanted to talk to me. If I knew what was going to happen, I would have said something. And I remember laying there. I trusted this man, so I did everything he told me to. And he raped me. And he would do it constantly. It wasn't just a one-time thing. It was an everyday thing. And he would buy me things. He would let me go out with my friends. He would tell me nobody would believe you if he told. Make me feel like it was normal. And he's like, I'm your boyfriend and you're my girlfriend. At 13, you don't know what that means. Like like you don't understand what he's saying. So I feel for me, it was more like okay, well my grandpa did it, my uncle did it, so this is normal. Like this is what you do, and this is how love is. My dad used a dog on me. I didn't understand it. I was scared. I remember just always laying there thinking, like, when is this gonna end? When is this gonna end? A lot. When I was 18, he was my boyfriend back then, but he's my husband now. We would hang out and stuff like that. We were messing around. I had a kid, and because of what my dad did, I decided to give my son up for adoption. I wanted to protect him at all costs. I remember telling my mom and saying, I need to tell you something, because we got in this big old fight, and I was in the room. I remember just like talking to God. I was like, God, like, I want to be okay. Like, how do I can't live like this no more. I'm so angry. I hated my life. You would never think what happens to you is going to affect you, but it does. You have PTSD, you have anxiety, you're scared of men. Men terrify me in a sense of, oh, this is what love was, so this is how I would be treated. My dad took my virginity. When I told my mom the truth and I said, Mom, I'm sleeping with Dad. And I remember my stepdad at the time looked at me, I looked at him, and he was like, what? And I told her, I said, I'm sleeping with Dad. And she was like, all of her face was white as a ghost. You could see she was like, what's happening? And I said, I could tell you what kind of tattoo he has. He has your name in his private area. I remember feeling so free at the moment. I was in love with him, and I think that's what he wanted. And from there, it went downhill. I tried to drown myself in the bathtub a couple times. I remember writing a letter, I can't do this anymore. I felt like my body knew, but I didn't know. And I would be called bipolar. I would be like, oh, she's crazy. You know, I remember telling my dad saying that he walked around naked. When I told the truth, it still didn't matter because he didn't get arrested. They took us away from him, but they didn't do anything. They didn't arrest him. They didn't do a rape kit on me right where I'm at now. It's all because of God. And until God showed me I have a voice to use, this is my testimony. I'm 32 years old. I have a best relationship with God. I have such an amazing husband. I have kids. I know what it's like to be loved. And I know how to be a better parent. The pain's always going to be there until you heal from it. Your voice is important because not only will you be able to share what you went through, but you're going to heal other people. You're not a victim, and you're not going to be scared anymore. So even though I did have a terrible life, a childhood, I have a beautiful future. Become stronger. Take your voice back. No matter how bad the storm is, no matter how terrified you are, how anxious you are, you got to take your power back. Use your voice because that's what we have. Tell people. Post that story. Tell the truth. You never know who needs to hear it. I remember posting my TikTok about my story the first time. I was in the scarcity mind where I think that nobody's going to believe me. But I had thousands of people reaching out to me, telling their story, telling that this happened to them. And, that's what it's about. It's about reaching others so they can speak for themselves because our story matters the most.